Cat Facts You Didn't Know Part 67. Have you ever wondered how to calculate a cat's life into human years? It actually is more complicated than you think, so let's figure out how old your cat is. Now, I didn't know this, but cats age faster in their early years and then the aging process slows down. So let's start this. The first year of a cat's life equals about 15 human years, and the second year adds about 9 human years, bringing the cat to about 24 human years old. After that, every year after year 2, you'd add about 4 human years per cat year. Now that sounds a bit complicated. Let's run through 2 really quick examples. So if your cat is 3 years old, then they are 28 human years old. And I got that by doing 15 for year 1, 9 for year 2, and 4 for year 3. Now a 7-year-old cat would be 44 human years old. That's because of 15 plus 9 plus 4, and that's actually 5 rounds of 4, so 4 times 5. So now that you know this, I want to know how old your cat is. Cat Facts You Didn't Know Part 66. Have you ever wondered why cats eat or climb Christmas trees? I know you're probably done with seeing so many videos of Chip and Biscuit destroying our Christmas tree, but that's just the reality of what's happening every single day in our household right now. I'm getting sick of it and I needed to figure out why. So this is what I learned. First, your tree is the ultimate climbing challenge. It doesn't matter that I gifted our root beer color Manx cat a 3-foot scratching post this year, because as an indoor cat, this Christmas tree is the closest he can get to climbing a real tree. Second, I've unfortunately set up all sorts of temptations with the ornaments. Biscuit, our aloof calico cat, loves to bat away the ornaments, and I guess this one is more my fault. Third, I learned that the only ways to get them to stop is using aluminum foil. I've seen that you can put it around your tree, just around the bottom. You can put the ornaments just really way up high and not use a tree skirt. And then really work on positive redirecting. For me, it sounds like a lot of effort considering my tree is already done for. Anyway, I've already learned from so many of you about if your cats get up in your tree, and so I need advice. Let me know if you know anything about preventing these ornery cats from ruining this Christmas tree any more than it already is. Let me know in the comments. Cat Facts You Didn't Know Part 65. Have you ever wondered why cats attack you randomly out of nowhere? Well, this is a problem we've had with one of our cats, Chip, his entire life. So this is what I've learned. Now, cats may randomly attack due to several reasons, but to be honest, it's really rarely an actual random reason. First is due to play aggression. Cats are natural hunters, and sometimes their playful energy just gets redirected towards you. They may see your hand, your foot, or even your face as moving prey. And then secondly, it may be due to overstimulation. If you've been petting them for a while, especially in a sensitive area like their tummy or their tail or their sides, they may lash out on you just because they've had enough and they're trying to communicate that. Third is due to just flat out frustration, and this is more known as redirected aggression. A cat may attack just because they're upset about something else, and a common one, for example, is when they see another cat outside and they are indoor cats and they can't do anything about it. Another reason is due to territorial behavior. Now, cats really are territorial creatures, and sudden attacks may be their way of just asserting dominance. And the fifth reason why this may be a thing is due to lack of proper socialization. Now, cats that weren't properly socialized as kittens may actually misinterpret interactions as threats that you have with them. So to prevent all these random attacks, here are a few things you can do. First, just make sure to pay attention to your cat's body language, like their tail flicking and their flattened ears to spot warning signs. You can also redirect their energy with toys or playing and avoid overstimulating them during petting. And make sure to always give them space if they seem stressed out. Now, I'm curious, does your cat attack you like Chip does to us? Cat Facts You Didn't Know Part 64. Have you ever wondered why cats knock down all of your things? Well, our cats have been doing it more recently, so I wanted to share what I've learned. So Chip is this fluffy root beer color cat, and Biscuit is his goofy calico kitty sister. And with the arrival of their baby human sister recently, I've noticed 2 things. One is that they're knocking down our stuff more, and 2 is that Biscuit wants to play laser tag more. Well, this is why. The number 1 reason cats knock things over is for attention. They may have associated doing that behavior with getting you to come over. That's the case with Biscuit and her laser. She somehow learned to knock down our stuff to get the laser, and I'm still not sure how that happened. Cats also have an instinctual behavior to swat at things and chase said things that they swatted. And Chip literally did an example of this today with batteries that I had sitting on the table. And if these reasons are not why your cat is knocking down all of your stuff, then they're doing it because of curious exploration. They learn with their paws, so batting at objects to see if they'll move is good for their learning and helpful for them to test boundaries. Essentially learning cause and effect within your home. Or, of course, as they'd prefer we say, their home. So, comment if your cat does this too. Cat facts you didn't know, part 63. Have you ever wondered why cats smell like sunshine and warm dust, but never like their tuna breath? Well, let's talk about how this works. So you all should know Chip by now. He is a fluffy root beard colored Manx cat. And we did a genetic test on him using a saliva swab just about a year ago. And it said, uh-oh, he is on track for periodontal disease. That's not cool. So because of that, we started making sure he had more water and we fed him more wet food and raw foods, which all that has been super helpful, which is great. But because of that, all that fish and tuna and whatnot has caused some what we call tuna breath. And we all know cats lick themselves a ton, right? But yet, his coat smells so good. And I needed to know why, so this is why. Now, cats' saliva contains enzymes that break down oils and dirt, leaving their fur really soft and smelling somewhere between neutral and sunshine, despite all that fishy smell of tuna breath, right? And they also have fewer skin glands than dogs, which means their coats produce less of the oils that can lead to that doggy smell. And additionally, cats' natural habits do include regular grooming and avoiding dirty places overall, which does help them maintain that fresh, clean fur smell. I personally have always disliked the wet dog smell, and now I know why cats don't get that. So I'm curious, comment what your cat smells like. Cat facts you didn't know, part 62. Have you ever wondered why cats stare at you? But not just stare, but like they're plotting your demise. Well, here's what I've learned. So you all know Chip, right? Okay, so this root beard colored fluff butt Manx cat, he has a lot of skills, but one of them is winning at staring contests. And since he has been more distant lately with the recent arrival of his human sister, he has been doing this a lot. These 3 reasons for why cats glare so much make sense for him, so it may make sense for your cat. And first, prolonged eye contact from a cat can sometimes be a sign of affection. If your cat's eyes are relaxed and they blink slowly, it's a sign of trust and comfort. And you know this because we talk about the slow blink all the time here. And second, cats who stare so much may have heightened hunting instincts. Cats are predators and staring is part of their hunting behavior. If they're focused on you, well, they could be readying to attack. And if your cat's gaze feels more like a glare with dilated pupils, honestly, it really could be a sign that they're feeling territorial about something in their environment. This is what we think Chip has been doing since this baby human suddenly interrupted his special space, and he's feeling a little bit territorial and maybe even a little bit afraid. So I'm curious, does your cat glare at you all the time too? Let me know in the comments. Cat facts you didn't know, part 61. So we've all done this. You step on your cat's tail and you go into a super apology mode because you unintentionally hurt your sweet fur baby. But did you know that there's actually a better way to handle this situation? So let's say that you make an oopsies and you land your mean human foot on your sweet, delicate cat's tail. Well, the first step is to actually not react. The thing is, loud reactions like profusely apologizing and chasing after your cat to pick them up and hug them can actually scare your cat even more, and it makes the situation worse. Step 2 is to get treats after a few moments and to get down to their level. They may hide from you for a bit, but don't try to retrieve them. Keep a low, calm voice and pet them softly when they come to you. This can actually really regulate their nervous system and help make it so that if this ever happens again, they're not going to freak out. So with this in mind, I'm curious, how many of you have actually done the opposite? Let me know in the comments and stay tuned for part 62. Cat facts you didn't know, part 60. Have you ever wondered why kittens are wild, yet certain cats stay crazy and others get lazy? Well, we've seen this with our cats Chip and Biscuit. So here's what I've learned. First, kittens are often more energetic and playful because they are in a crucial developmental stage. So the heightened activity helps them develop their physical abilities, their coordination, and their social skills. I mean, think of human toddlers. They just do wild stuff because they don't understand how to control themselves. Essentially, they lack the conscious ability to inhibit their instincts, and every new experience is an exciting experience. With kittens, they're also learning the world while being driven by their hunting instincts. I mean, this is why they bite and climb and tear everything up. It's estimated that about 1/4 or 25% of cats actually maintain their wild kitten tendencies as they become adults. Biscuit is this way. She's still crazy. While Chip, he's become a lot more calm. So is your cat one of the 25% who stayed a wild child into adulthood? Let me know in the comments. Cat facts you didn't know, part 59. Have you ever wondered why cats love to open cabinets? Not all cats do this. Many kitties will surprise you with open cabinets all the time though, so here is why this happens. First, it's likely their hunting instincts. Cats have a strong predatory drive, and this is something we've seen in Chip. Cabinets can be appealing because they might contain hidden prey-like objects such as insects or small toys. Second, cats are naturally curious and enjoy exploring new spaces, so cabinets present a mysterious and potentially interesting environment to investigate. And your cat could also be doing this for attention. If they notice that this behavior results in interaction, they may repeat it. So, does your cat open up all your cabinets also? Let me know in the comments. Cat facts you didn't know, part 58. Have you ever wondered why cats are attracted to your sink? We have this issue daily with Chip begging to drink from a bathtub or sink faucet, so I decided to investigate it. First, cats tend to prefer running water. They have a natural instinct to seek out moving water. And that's why running water fountains are really good options rather than just having stagnant water in bowls in the home for them. They also generally love enclosed spaces, so the shapes of sinks can be similar to why cats enjoy boxes or other small spaces. Apparently, cats can also really like the cold and smooth surface of sinks, especially if you have a ceramic or metal material. Now, does your cat like to sit in sinks or drink from the faucet? Let me know in the comments. Cat facts you didn't know, part 57. Have you ever wondered why cats wake you up at the same time each morning? Like, what is their intention? Well, here's what I've learned. First off, cats are crepuscular animals, meaning they are most active during dawn and dusk. This makes it easy for them to wake you up early, like 5 to 6 a.m. That's what my cats do. They may also associate a specific time with being fed, so this may be the situation if you feed them once you get up. But cats are actually pretty smart, and they can quickly associate cause and effect. For example, if your cat paws at your face and you wake up and pet them, they can associate pawing at your face with attention seeking and bonding. So this can quickly cause you an issue of being woken up morning after morning to a cat right in front of your face. So I'm curious if your cat wakes you up in the morning. Comment if they do and how they do it. Cat facts you didn't know, part 56. Have you ever wondered why cats like to sit on your laptop? Well, here's why. The most obvious reason is that cats are drawn to warm places and laptops do emit heat. But let's be honest, the real reason is that cats often seek attention, of course. So sitting on something that you're paying attention to, getting right up in your face, can be their way of saying, hey, notice me. So I got my cats their own laptop so they'd stop clicking and pressing buttons on my laptop, and so far it's actually been helpful. So I'm curious, does your cat sit on your laptop? Let me know in the comments. Cat facts you didn't know, part 55. Have you ever wondered why cats deliver toys to you? It could be toys, hair ties, and even unalived birds. But for us, our cats deliver these little stuffed animals to our bedroom every single night. This one, in fact, is Chips' #1 toy to deliver, and it is what we call the flopping lobster. Cats deliver things like flopping lobsters because of 2 reasons. They could be literally giving you a gift as a form of bonding, like they are sharing their success with you. But mostly, it's a natural instinct to provide for their social group. So for all we know, your kitty may think you just need a snack. So does your cat deliver gifts to you? Let me know in the comments. Cat facts you didn't know, part 54. Have you ever wondered why cats' brains get stuck on loading mode? Okay, what I mean is cats will just stare blankly at nothing. In fact, when in this mode, they can easily beat you in a staring contest, hands down. But here's why. First off, we've actually got 2 opposing reasons. 1, cats have the instinctual skill to enter a state of highly focused attention, like when they chirp at a light shining off your phone onto the wall. And 2, when calm and feeling really safe, cats can get super sleepy and literally stare off into space with essentially no focused attention. In addition, part of the reason they can stare for forever is they have a really different blink rate than humans. Humans blink 15 to 20 times per minute, and cats only at about 5 to 10 times per minute. With all this in mind, cats are really intelligent animals, and although we think their brain goes into loading mode, they're likely doing something entirely different. Your cat is most likely plotting their next attempt to rule over your house, and you should just enter into a staring contest with them to prove who's boss. Cat facts you didn't know, part 53. Listen, you've bought so many toys for your cats, but do cats actually prefer toys that look like prey? Well, let's talk about it. So natural prey for cats, of course, include your classic mice and rats, birds, large insects, and even some small reptiles like lizards. But I needed to know if getting toys that resemble cat's prey is actually worthwhile. So I did my research and learned that it's not exactly the toys that look like prey that work best, but toys that simulate prey and turn on their hunting instincts. For example, this bird toy is one of my cat Biscuit's absolute favorites. It flaps its wings and makes bird-like sounds. In response, our cats do things like flip the bird up in the air and sit on it. And if you know anything about how cats attack their prey so they can eat it, this is essentially what they do. So next time you're looking for a toy for your kitty, consider one that simulates prey and see how they react. Cat facts you didn't know, part 52. Have you ever suspected that your cat has chosen a favorite person? I know my cats have, so let's talk about it. This attachment can be called bonding or imprinting, but yes, cats usually choose one favorite human in the household. Sometimes it is with a person who gives them food consistently, who gives experiences that result in positive associations. An example of this could be a person in the family who always enjoys playing with the cat or giving the cat treats. It could also be a person who provides the most safe feeling or security for the cat. If you're an only person in the household, then you're lucky because your cat has no choice but to love you. But I'm curious, has your cat adopted you as their favorite person, and why do you think that is? Cat facts you didn't know, part 51. Let's end age-old debate once and for all. Why do cats love cardboard boxes so much, and is it even worth buying cat beds? Well, first off, cats are drawn to cardboard boxes because they do provide a sense of extra privacy and security because the walls are usually high. Cats also do like to be able to chew cardboard to relieve stress. The confined space, it mimics the feeling of being in a small enclosed den. But what's more interesting is that cardboard boxes often retain the scent of their contents, which can actually be comforting to cats. So I'm curious, which does your cat usually prefer, bin or box? Cat facts you didn't know, part 50. Have you ever wondered how many cats is the ideal number to own? Well, I've got you an answer. First, we gotta point out that there are some sassy cats out there that are better off being an only child and will make life a living if you bring any more home. We'll call those the outliers. But for cats, it's actually preferred for them to have a playmate. So your first answer is at least 2. In fact, many cat owners say it's less effort to own 2 cats compared to 1 because they have to spend less time trying to entertain and tire out the little guy. With 2 cats, there usually is a hierarchy. One kitty is more dominant than the other. Add cat number 3 and this can disrupt the hierarchy, causing tension. Not always, but important to consider. Plus, the more cats, the more litter boxes, the more food, and the more fur. But if it's up to me, I'd own a minimum of 10. Comment how many cats you think is best to own. Cat facts you didn't know, part 49. Have you ever wondered why cats are essentially reverse Sour Patch Kids? As in, they're sweet and then they turn sour, particularly when they're grooming each other. So they'll go lick, 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 all is well. And then all of a sudden, chomp and attack. What causes this? Well, it's mostly due to getting too stimulated and needing to channel that stimulation elsewhere. Think of it kind of like the cuteness aggression, but for cats. It can also be a sign of dominance, like I always see my male cat, Chip, bite down on his sister when she's grooming him, but never the other way around. But no matter what, emotions can get complicated with siblings, if you know what I mean. Anyway, comment if your cats do this too. Cat facts you didn't know, part 48. Have you ever wondered if your cat's fur color affects their personality? Well, let's talk about it. So we all know the main color types: black, white, gray, orange, brown, and then there are combinations like tabby, tortoiseshell, and calico. But is it true that the fur color can actually determine their personality? So technically, personality is based off of three main things: genetics, their environment, and individual experiences, like if they were born in a household, if they had years alone in a shelter, or if they were handled by a human from day one. So with this in mind, there are some thoughts about certain cat colors, like with calicos. They're widely known to be more aloof and silly, while a cat that's all orange can be considered more calm. Tortoiseshell cats are known to have more attitude, and black cats are known to be more friendly. So gray cats as well can be more shy, and tabby cats can be more bold and daring. Let me know in the comments if any of this is true about your cat.